finding that balance. So you have the kid and the consumer that you want to make sure understands and has a good time.
Yeah.
You also have the patrons who may sign a check here and there.
You're right.
How do you find that balance? How do you make it all work?
Well, I think that our agenda around equity and representation and diversity and sort of diversifying authorship is exactly equivalent with the idea of quality. So excellence and equity held in balance. So my feeling is always, if we want, for example, Jarell Gibbs over there, if we feel strongly that it's important that Jarell's paintings be represented on our walls and the likenesses he captures, so that there's a different sort of connection between our population and the wall, I would also say that it's a painting of extraordinary formal accomplishment. So I think that can be appreciated by our patrons, just as there's a different sort of connection between the object and the viewer. So it's equivalent. Yeah, and it's you know it's interesting because as you say that, downstairs I remember going with my boys and there's a drawer that has silverware in it, and I remember my oldest saying, "So this is art." And I said to him, "Well, does it look like the stuff at home?" He's like, "Nope." But I think that finding that there's a little something for everyone, and that's got to be part of your task. Yeah, maybe some people aren't, don't get the thought pieces, and maybe it's just from the Preakness, the award that's down there, a little bit everything. Yeah, I mean, I think that the idea, particularly behind an encyclopedic museum, which this is to identify for a broad population various different points of entry into the institution. So not everybody's going to respond to Jack Whitten, not everybody's going to respond to Jarell, not everybody's going to respond to Matisse or the silverware in the American wing. Sure. But I think encyclopedic museums are at their core diverse. Sure. And that's because they're so let's say, conventional and routine, and so established, we often forget that the great aspiration we all share, which is a rich and diverse and just history, is actually inscribed within that very model, which is really old. So we just need to surface it and connect it to everyone.
I got an email this morning. Workers strongly want to unionize here. And they came and said, well, when you have him here, ask him why he hasn't signed off and why this hasn't happened. So I'm curious. They think it's good for them to be in a union. And I'm wondering what your opinion is of that idea. Yeah, I'm a big supporter of workers' rights, and they know this very well. Sure. I've made it a big part of my agenda to make sure that people are rewarded, heard, and compensated in accordance with the labor that they produce for the institution. That is categorical for me. I mean, I don't think we can be the museum that we promise in our language unless we do that. So I think if we had been speaking 6 years ago, I would have been talking a great deal about art and representation and exhibitions and acquisitions. I think that my focus as a director has moved from the creative program towards a parallel policy that makes all of these promises on the wall real for our employees. Okay, that's their future. Tell me about yours. You head to San Francisco, they come calling. What was attractive to you? Well, I mean, a lot of the same things that I found here. A desire on the part of the board to reorient the mission of the institution and differently connect to a highly diverse city. So diversity is different, obviously, in San Francisco than it is here. So I would say, not knowing it very well at this point, I think that their local is global. It's a wildly diverse population. And not just the city itself, but reaching out to Oakland and other areas that define the Bay as a whole. So, I think the great challenge there is, how do you develop a vision for a museum with a 1900 to the present focus that's equity-centered and based in research, that participates in the rewriting of that century? That's the big goal. Is there a lesson that you'll take from Baltimore there? Yes. Something that stands out? Do a lot of listening at the front end. So it's not necessary to go in like a bull in a china shop, even if that might be your impulse, and even if you think you know everything already. I think it's important to do the long reconnaissance and then take action. Do you feel like you've connected? Did you do what you wanted to set out to do 6 years ago to this moment now here in Baltimore? I mean, I think I could have done another 6 just as well, if not better. But yes, I'm incredibly satisfied with the progress made in the 6 years. I think it's, there's a melancholy always in thinking, well, I could have. But I'm really confident that the board and the team in place can do those things, and 6 years from now, it will be double the institution. Last thing, I'll get you to pick your favorite child. If there's one thing in here that you're going to take a picture of and always have in your wallet. If there's one thing here, but the last day you leave, you got to go look at it. What is it? Yeah, you chose it. This is the one? Yeah, this is the one. Okay. Yeah. Wow, we're pretty smart. Yeah, very. Chris Bedford, good to see you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Good luck to you. Yeah.